Hello traders, and welcome to this episode of Trading Week Ahead. I'm Ken Calhoun from TradeMastery.com. As always, all information is for educational use only. This episode is brought to you by my live room at TradingTheOpen.com. You get live classes 5 times a week, daily specific alerts, which is one of the biggest features that very few, if any, other rooms in the world offers. Specific entry prices to practice with, as well as entries and exits and charts of your choice and more. You can try it out for just $7 at www.tradingtheopen.com. Be great to see you there. So let's take a look at the S&P. You can see we've got a bearish shooting star here, and that's obviously causing overhead resistance. Market was in a downtrend last week, so I'm not going to be aggressive long the market unless we break new highs north of 3660. Because the immediate previous trend is down, we may well see some selling pressure, and I'll be aggressively looking for shorting the market by going long in my inverses if we lose this 3500 key support level in the S&P. Now with that, let's take a look at some outstanding charts. We'll look at both day and swing trading setups briefly. I bought small shares of every single one of these things on Friday because they're outstanding charts, and we'll see where they go. DraftKings, kind of a pivot off of its lows in a 2-week uptrend. So we're going to look at the swing trading charts. These are 90-day charts just very briefly, then we're going to zoom into the 2-day charts. All in just a few minutes. Here's HPR, AYRO, look at that. Tilray had a recent end-of-day run on Friday. If you look at the close-up chart, you can see Tilray, one of the cannabis industry instruments, did a nice pop on Friday. XPEV, what a run from 20 to 54. SPI, that was that one that ran up to $46 a share back in late September, and now it's on the move again. It's been in a steady uptrend ever since early October. We'll see if it breaks out to new highs. Another high flyer, IDEX, a cheap stock, but for those of you who like penny stocks or these $1 stocks, you may want to keep an eye on IDEX. Another favorite of mine is Solo. This is one we covered in the live room for our members. We covered all of these in the live room for our members, with the exception of FUV, which is one that one of my traders mentioned in a webinar as well. Anyway, Solo looks good. BLNK. One of my traders mentioned this one. Thanks, Elaine. On Friday, it did a really nice breakout running from 19 all the way up to as high as 25 a share. BLNK. What a chart. FUV, one of my swing scans traders had mentioned this one yesterday. And I bought a little bit after the close aftermarket because I like the chart. It ran all the way from 6 to 20. NETE, also on the move. A neat chart. Last but not least, KXIN. Now, these are all good charts. Let's zoom in now to the 2-day chart so you can see why we covered all of these with the exception of FUV in our live room for members. KIXIM looks really nice. Really strong directional breakout in Friday's markets. We'll just blaze through these really quickly. Here's NETE, FUV. These are all professional traders. We call these in play. They're large, high volume breakouts and gap plays that have really good directional momentum. Really may make for good trade setups. Here's BLNK. My members were alerted to go. This one, my best alerts from yesterday. Friday the 20th, I said to go long at 19.7. Here, the highlights, so I told my traders to go long right here. When it was down here, I said, guys, look for a pivot if it breaks above the 19.7. And you can see this is an example of one of the alerts that my members got highlighted over here. And I update these live in real time for our members with specific entry triggers and also the chart patterns so that you can understand what we're looking for. In this case, this was a cut pattern breakout above the previous day's high. And that's always one of my favorite patterns, is something that's up here. It caught my attention when it was here, and in market, we caught it long for 19.7, ran as high as 24. So really nice run. And so many members have been teaching traders since 1999. I feel like a dinosaur sometimes, but I finally learned this. So the first thing you've got to do as a trader, if you want to make it, is make sure that you're trading instruments that are in play, that have good volatility and good price action. I'm a price action trader. I'm very rules based and very price action. I don't use squiggly lines. You do not see a VWAP on this. You do not see MACD, stochastics, or RSI, or any of the squiggly lines. We use time and sales and 1 minute candlestick charts like any good professional trader. Anyway, solo mean reversion pullback in this guy, who ran up as high as 13.5. May make for a new play next week as well. Here's IDEX for the cheap chart traders who like the cheapies. This one looks really good. It's got a pretty good breakout. I don't like these because the range isn't big, but the volatility is there for those of you who scale and trade. SPI, reasonably good breakout. XPEV, spectacular 45-degree angle run. This one I had alerted my members to go long at 50.2, and it ran as high as 56. Here's Tilray with that end-of-day run I told you about. Most of the Tilray, and ACB are good. You may also want to keep an eye on NBEV. NBEV. N is in Nancy, B is in beverage, E is in Echo, V is in Victor. NBEV. And that's just a bonus tip there for cannabis plays. AYRO has been a spectacular runner. On Thursday it was as low as 440, and on Friday it ran all the way up to 10. So a double in price action, and a nice 45-degree angle consistent breakout pattern, which looks pretty healthy. Another good guy, HPR. This one I knew was going to run, and I called it long for my members at 12:30. What was even more important was the exit call up near 14. And that's one thing I wanted to alert you to, or a quick point, is the exits are a lot more important than the entries. I mean, yeah, I give all these winning alerts for the most part that are great on the entry side, but what my traders like in the live trading room is I also walk them step by step through the chart patterns, tape reading, and where to exit. Again, all for educational use in a demo account, but how to enter and exit specifically at very specific price points identified ahead of time for everybody. So when this was down at 11.50, I said, hey, we want to go long in this puppy if it gets north of 12.30. And boom, flawless victory. It ran all the way up to 14 before the pullback. DraftKings also on the radar. That's not a good chart, but it's historically it's been a nice runner. We'll see if it takes out new highs north of 50 as well. But anyway, I do cover charts under $10. As you can see, we got plenty of them yesterday, and these are the kind of charts we like to cover in the live room for our members at tradingtheopen.com. All right, well, thank you so much for your attention, and again, to learn more with me, I do encourage you to try. It's got a money-back guarantee on the trial in my live room at tradingtheopen.com. We meet 5 times a week in the mornings, usually from around 8:45, 9 o'clock till 10:30 or later. I'm usually there early, around 8:30, 8:45, and I usually stay till at least 10:45. But our regular hours are 9 till 10:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, and you get that answer key. You can see in the upper right. Those are the triggers that my members got on Friday, updated live throughout the market as well as before the opening bell. So give it a shot, tradingtheopen.com. Best wishes for success in your trades, and I'll see you in our next episode. Bye for now.